Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Tumi. I'm a queer auntie, and I'm confused.
Hello, I'm Mathilde. I'm also a queer auntie and just generally confused, but not about queerness.
And that's very helpful because this is the Queer Auntie's Guide to the Galaxy.
Boo, 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 boo.
The podcast where we ask and answer all the questions you're too embarrassed to ask your friends.
That's very convenient.
Right. Mathilde,
Yes.
I have a big one for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
The question today is everyone gay now?
Yes.
Okay, well, hang on now, buddy. I'm very new here in this party. So I don't understand how this happened because we were all straight last week.
I see. So I actually think to talk about how everybody's gay now, we should talk about our first meeting with gayness, like the two of us, which sounds like we've been gay together, which is not what I mean.
Well, we have been,
yes,
but not together.
No, we've been gay in the same rooms, spaces, if you will.
I love how this is so easy to explain.
We've been parallel gaying, not
Correct.
not
Co-gaying.
exactly.
Right. I am going to call any form of queer sex now co-gaying.
I think you should.
Thank you.
I think it needs to go in the syllabus.
Book.
Yes. Anyway, our meeting at Parkteatret.
No! Fateful day.
Because I thought we had not been friends for a very long time. And I was sure that you had been out forever, that you were an established queer, that you were a queer veteran, if you will.
Absolutely.
Was that the reality to me?
Well, this will shock and surprise everyone, but it was not the reality. In fact, I don't remember which year the Parkteatret Wine and a Yap was, but I was fresh.
Yeah.
I was fresh at the party.
I think it was 23.
I was so fresh. Wow. Yeah. Yo, so you asked me all those questions when I had just opened the door. And you were like, so listen, now that you've been here a while. Okay, so we have to take a step back. Yeah. So yes, it is true. I am a queer. I've been in the room now. I've been at the party for a while. And let me tell you, this party is great.
It is. It's
honestly,
bumping.
Wow. The DJ, great. The music, amazing.
The food.
The food, immaculate. The people,
fantastic.
well, hang on now. Okay.
Most of the people, great.
Okay, wow. I don't know who you've been speaking to at the party, but the people I've been speaking to, no, okay, to be fair, some of them trash.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, a great party. Turns out I've been standing outside the door maybe my whole life.
I think you've actually been standing inside of the party in a glass cupboard with like one of those shower curtain things. Being like, why is it so loud outside? But refusing to look.
Yes. Actually, I will have you know that I have peeked from that curtain multiple times and been like, wow, they look like they're having a great time. Too bad I can't go there.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why couldn't you go?
Well, I couldn't go there because remember, there was a time when everyone was straight.
I see.
Me included.
In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth.
That's right.
Everybody was straight.
Well, after Lilith left. Yeah. But we're not going back there. We're not going back there. Okay. But yes, I just thought like queerness was something that happens to other people.
Yeah.
And I love it for other people.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
I just think
like winning the lottery or getting hit by a bus.
Exactly. It happens to other people, not me.
Exactly. Except when it happens to you.
Except when it's been happening the whole time.
Except when it's been constant.
Exactly. Except when maybe you had complicated feelings about friends kind of your whole life. And maybe you have written songs and poetry for friends who have asked you, yo, you gay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you go, no.
Because that's such a gay thing to do.
I just thought everyone liked to write poetry for their friends.
Because your friends were writing poetry back.
Now you see, I hadn't really considered I hadn't considered the poetry exchange.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I just thought that's what's in my heart.
Yeah. So every friend group has a designated poem writer.
Exactly.
And in your group, that was you.
Yes.
Yes.
But I don't just write poetry for all friends.
No. It was special friends.
Correct. I've never written you poetry.
No. And frankly, I'm offended.
I don't think I will. So yes, the story of how I realized I was queer, if I told you the story, it wouldn't make any sense, because literally all that happened was a friend invited me to a queer only dinner, and I said, I would love to go. Too bad I'm not queer. And she said to me, oh, my bad. Souls. And I then proceeded to do what every heterosexual person does, is to do all the quizzes, all the am I gay quizzes. I've done them all. And they all are definitive. They're science.
Yeah.
So I went to the queer dinner and I cried all the way home, and I cried the next day. That was weird.
Strange.
Yep. And well, then I suppose I realized I think I've just walked out of the glass box at the party.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the room.
At least you opened the shower curtain.
That's right.
Yeah.
At first, then I just left the curtains open.
Yeah.
Because then I was terrified to be like, well, I don't know what the vibe is at the party.
Because the Africans, they go to Europe and become gay. And you didn't want to do that.
No. Okay. Because Europe is actually a dangerous place.
Yes.
Okay. What happens is you come here and you become gay.
Yes.
That's what's in the water. They're like, Norwegian water tastes so
Why
good.
are you gay? Yeah.
Exactly. The taste is homosexuality.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Drink it at your own.
Yeah. What flows in the mountains? It's gayness.
That's why it sparkles. That's why there are waterfalls.
Yeah,
the rainbow comes from there.
Yes.
So I came to Europe and I became gay. That's what happened. That's the story. And so we fast forward then to the conversation at Park Theatre. Mathilde, what on earth were you thinking?
So what I had in front of me was a very confident, it seemed like, a new friend of mine who seemed very comfortable in their queerness. And also you dress hella gay. So usually it takes people a while to dress that gay when they're when they're new. And I was like, this is obviously a fellow gay. And I think that the first time we met, like as friends as well, when I asked you to be my friend, which is also exceptionally gay.
It was a great day.
Yes, it was. But that was also at a queer place.
Fair.
So I just kind of assumed. And also Mo had snitched on you.
Fair.
Yes.
Also, I have always loved queer places.
Yes.
I wonder why.
And nobody was like, that's not true. Everybody was like, but Tumi was like, no, it has nothing to do with anything. But so I really thought that you had been here a while. And maybe you were my queer elder.
Okay.
And then we sit down, and it really wasn't until I saw your face on one of the, like at the end, on one of the more like confrontational questions that I was like, oh. But then I just thought maybe we're not those kinds of friends yet. And that was what was wrong. And then when you texted me after and was like, hey, I'm kind of new to this whole gay thing, I was like, oh.
I texted you that?
Yeah.
Well, you must have really confronted. Actually, you did. You confronted me real hard. Because for me, who is like actually quite conflict avoidant when like I getting to know people, to text you that back is like, hey, listen, buddy, I don't know what's going on over there, but like, don't bring that gay agenda over here. Don't do that.
But you texted me and I felt so bad. I felt so awful. I remember, I think I apologized to you like 10 or 15 times because you texted me and you were very kind in your text. I don't remember what it was right now, but it was something like, I'm kind of new to this, and it was all just kind of a lot. And I was like, oh shit. Like that was absolutely a lot if you're new here. And I just felt awful about it. And that's when I realized that you haven't been around all that long. I kind of just assumed that we were parallel on our levels of familiarity with queerness.
No, I was entry level queer. I was still. It's interesting you say the dressing thing because I've been reflecting on this a lot. Like, I have gone through like very femme periods of my life, but as I'm getting older, no, even before, the very femme periods of my life have been, I want to see what like conventionally attractive women are wearing and I will wear that. It felt like cosplay. It has for a lot felt like cosplay and I've been very good at it. Like I've won a pageant before, you know, like also I'm somebody who enjoys drama and theater. So like getting dressed up like that
is a thing you actually enjoy.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And so I've been reflecting about this a lot to say there are clothes that I wear where I feel, what do they say? Is it gender euphoria? Yeah, like I feel like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
And then there are clothes that I wear that I'm like, oh, yay, because this is the role I'm supposed to play.
This fits into what I'm trying to convey to people.
Yeah. So like last summer I went to a wedding and I wanted to wear a pantsuit, but I couldn't find one. And I ended up wearing this dress, which objectively, beautiful dress. I put it on and I was like, well, that's my dress. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror, but also looking at pictures afterwards and going, she looks so good, but that's also not me. Yeah. I was playing a role and I looked good in that role.
The wife TM.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm good at it. Yeah. But it's not me.
No.
So there are things like, for example, the winter of maybe it was 2020 or 2021.
Where were you in the world?
I was in Cape Town.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And I was heterosexual, to be fair.
Right.
And I had this flannel shirt. You couldn't
follow the sentence, and I was heterosexual, by the way. Yes.
You couldn't snatch that flannel shirt out of my hands. I wore it. Okay, but I have to actually paint you a picture. I wore it mostly with jeans. I love this story. I wore it with jeans and I wore it with like, what do the kids call them these days? We used to call them wife beaters.
Yeah, a singlet.
No, but it didn't have spaghetti straps. It was thick.
Does a singlet need to have spaghetti straps?
I don't know. Okay. A singlet,
yes,
or a wife beater if you're old. And I wore the flannel shirt open.
I can see it in my head too. That's the
absolutely
thing. Yeah,
absolutely. And I wore that multiple times a week.
The only thing that could have made it gayer would be cargo pants.
No, they were jeans. They were definitely jeans.
Yeah, but you should try it again, but with cargo pants.
I don't think. I think at this point, it would be too much. It would be too much for even me to handle. I'd be like, no, thank you.
And the carabiner, yeah.
No, that would be off the charts. So the dressing part, I think, is interesting because I've also really struggled, and I still struggle with dressing because I feel like there is a limit to where I can push how I dress. Then it feels like it starts to be like, are you trying to make being gay your whole thing?
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yes.
And there is so much, I think, when you come out later in life as well, there's so much pressure to not make being gay your whole thing. Even though it's natural for any big life change to be your whole thing for a while.
Yes. But it's interesting when people say that, like, if you even just think about the idea of like, you can't make gayness or queerness, however you want to identify, you can't make that your whole thing. Where I'm like, heteronormativity is kind of like society's whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like,
yeah, it's stupid. I'm not saying it makes sense.
Yeah. So, and I feel a little bit offended actually, like, when people say that, because I'm like, so much of what I am loving about my life at the moment, like over the last 3, nearly 4 years at this so queer party, I'm loving the people I'm with. I'm loving the way that community shows up for each other. I'm loving the way that we are like subverting what friendship is in the most beautiful ways. I'm loving how people are able to see me and embrace me. I'm loving how I'm able to unmask, basically. And yes, that is my whole thing.
Yeah.
So when I'm struggling with clothing and I'm like, oh, I can't push the limit too far, I'm like, it almost feels disingenuous, because this is also the community that is literally cradling me every single day.
Yeah, but I don't think you should necessarily pay attention to those impulses of trying to like stifle it. I think that that's completely natural to feel. And I think that we all kind of feel that in a way, or at least I know a lot of people who do, and I've felt that myself. But I don't think we should listen to those thoughts and those impulses. I think that we should dress the way that feels authentic to ourselves, express ourselves the way that feels authentic. And if being gay feels like our whole thing, because it is, I mean, queerness is about so much more than who you're with, right? It's about everything, really, how you view relationships, but also love in general, platonic or otherwise. It's about community, it's about self-expression, it's about liberty, it's about so many things. And if that's your whole thing, then that's, I think, a perfectly acceptable whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you put it like that, everybody should be gay.
Exactly.
Or everybody should be queer, because we will come to labels, I'm sure.
Yes.
But this is one of the biggest reasons why I use the queer label, is because for me, it is also like my political platform.
Yeah, it's all encompassing. And I had this discussion with someone a while ago about like the labels of queer, and we're going to get to labels again, I'm sure, but where they didn't understand that somebody could be in a hetero presenting relationship and it still be a queer relationship. And it made me really angry. But it's also because you can have a heterosexual presenting relationship be incredibly queer in the way that it functions, right?
Yeah.
And you can also have a gay relationship be incredibly heteronormative. It actually doesn't necessarily have anything to do with each other.
Yeah.
It depends on how you relate to a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So I think queerness is a perfectly acceptable whole thing.
Yeah.
And wanting to identify with your community is also perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, because in other ways, we do it all the time. You know, I think about like, for example, people who want to wear their football jersey, or people who want to wear their band T-shirts, their favorite bands. I'm like, so you're making that community your whole thing.
Yeah.
Which seems fine if it's music.
Yeah.
But how dare I want to make my adoration of women my whole thing?
I think it's a perfectly acceptable whole thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're not biased at all. Okay, but so at this point now, after Park Theatre, you realize, oh, I'm the queer elder.
Yes.
How does this land for you?
It was interesting. It was also so much fun because, I mean, I had been going through a difficult time with queerness because of the whole terror attack of it all. So I was in the London pub terror attack in Oslo, and that was a huge setback for my always have been open queerness journey, because all of a sudden I was back in a kind of closet that I had really never experienced, at least not on the Europe side of things. And then it's complicated with identities, but you know, here I would never felt the need to hide that in any way. And then all of a sudden I did. So it was incredibly healing for me, actually, to be able to have conversations with someone who was new to it and be able to answer questions and feel like a resource again. It was actually really, really nice. And it was also fun to be on that side of it, because even though I didn't like try to be straight at any point, I mean, there are like panicky feelings or like weird questions that everybody I think has in the beginning, and to be able to kind of participate in your journey and you ask me those questions and say all those strange things.
What do you mean strange things?
It was very, very funny, and I had a good time. And I was like, we should do this more often. And then you said, sure. And now we're here.
Yeah, I was like, should we record it? These questions seem funny to me.
And they are hilarious. Yes.
They are. What was your most like, oh my goodness, I can't believe she's asking me this question?
I think it was maybe you had started dating women, but I don't think you had.
What a time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was crazy. But I don't think you had done anything physical yet.
Hey now, I'm a child of God.
yeah,
I have
of
not
course,
at
yeah.
all. I'm a virgin. I'll tell you now.
Can't call you out of your name. Anyway, and then you said, but what if I don't like seeing women naked? What if I just made it up?
Valid question.
No.
What?
And I said to me, you don't have to worry about that. And you said, no, but they're going to feel so bad because I'm going to be like, put your clothes back on.
I cannot believe. I honestly cannot believe that was an actual thought that
It's
went
so
through
crazy.
my head.
It's insane. And it was so cute and adorable. And I was trying very hard because you don't want to be, when somebody comes to you, and you were very vulnerable in this, right? So when somebody comes to you, even with a question or a statement that's absolutely ridiculous, you don't want to mock it. So it took a lot for me because you know me now. You know how I'm just like, that's not true. But
back then, you were listening to it all.
I was listening and not judging so hard. And I worked really hard not to just laugh. And I said, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. But, you just talk about these things when you get there.
Yes.
If the need arises.
Indeed. I'm without giving too much away, I'm happy to report that I have never, ever yet seen a woman disrobe for gay activities and gone, oh, no, put your clothes back on. We've had enough.
Yeah.
It's yet to happen to me. And I think I say this scientifically when I say I will be shocked at that day.
I will also be shocked because the gayness was new to you.
New to my consciousness?
Yes. To everybody else, it was blatant. So, we were just, I was new in your life and I was still just like, I'm so happy you're here now. We can walk the rest of this path together.
In the light.
In the light.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very interesting. Man. I do sometimes wonder, like, if I were to go back to like my high school self, like if I now were to like be a ghost of Christmas past, ghost of Christmas future to my high school self.
Yes.
No, but if it was my high school self, it would be anyway. And I were to be like, hey girl, you gay. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. It's just, it is your truth.
Yeah.
I wonder what
she would say.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wonder what would have happened because like there were weird encounters, strange encounters
yes,
that happened during high school where I was hit on. This will shock everybody, but I was hit on by women. And I was like, sorry, me? Oh no, you've dialed the wrong number. Sorry.
There's
wrong
no
number.
gay pheromones here. No. Yeah.
No. I remember one of them, she had a leather jacket and we were standing under the trees. Don't worry about why I remember this. And people had kind of like labeled her as like weird because, I went to an all-girls high school. It was like, well, she's a lesbian. She's weird.
Yeah.
And we were like under the trees and I was waiting for something because I was, very involved at school. I don't think this will shock anyone. And why was she wearing a leather jacket? Anyway, she was. And I think she had like black eyeliner. Pretty edgy. And she just kind of like said something to me. I don't even remember what she said. But once again, I remember the heat emanating from either her body or mine. Someone was giving off a lot of heat.
It's not just because it's South Africa.
No, I don't even think.
It was hotter than usual.
It was like, do I have a fever? Like, it's hot.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, ew. Why would she talk to me like that?
But ew as in like actual ew, or ew as in I better hurry up and think ew before something gay happens?
No, ew as in I can't be seen conversing with her because then people will think.
Not actual ew.
No, why would I say ew to her? She was wearing a leather jacket. Did you not hear me? I started the story with the most important part.
Pay attention, Mathilde.
Yeah, but it was very much that. Yeah. Huh. Who knew?
Interesting. But how did you feel after the Parkteatret chat? Do you remember?
I think I just felt a lot like doe in the headlights.
Yeah.
Just like, whoa, what? Oh, I think we're just going to close that box. I must say, like, before I got to the point where I was like, oh, too late to go back now. I did kind of feel like maybe I didn't make it all up. But it just seems like it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a big hassle.
Yeah. Like, I've been heterosexual at this point, I'd been heterosexual for 30 years.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I got this down.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But then the more I was reading, and then finally, like, the more I was comfortable, like, talking about it and then exploring, and then, you know, I was like, it's going to be hard to undo, because the more you know.
Yeah, and like once you've felt something that feels that real, you can't just close the box again and then just you're not supposed to open it.
Yeah, but I do feel like, is there just like a gay agenda where everyone's like, oh, like, how did it happen?
I think it's an agenda of happiness. I don't think it's necessarily gay. I just think that a lot of people that choose joy also happen to be queer.
Okay. But, you know, it's kind of like how, do you remember in school, a lot of kids had hair lice? Just roll with me on this one. Okay. A lot of kids had hair lice.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard of a hair lice outbreak, like at an office?
But adults don't share hats.
Fair. Such a good point. Where I'm trying to go with this is, it just feels like we were all heterosexual. And now so many people I went to school with, so many people I know, they're like, Tumi, hey.
They were never.
What?
They were never heterosexual. They were never heterosexual. It's they were pretending.
Everyone?
Everyone was pretending.
Okay, but I don't feel like I was pretending. So, okay, I got you.
They didn't necessarily know they were pretending because it was fine enough.
No. You're lying. You're absolutely lying.
Okay.
Because I wasn't pretending. I wasn't pretending.
So, you know, when you have a conversation or flirt with or get biblical with a woman now, right? Did you ever feel that way about a man?
That's none of your business.
No, because if you weren't pretending, then it should feel the same excitement. Not the same feelings necessarily, because it's like it's a different experience, but it should be the same excitement. If not, you were pretending, you were just pretending enthusiastically. Or it was fine enough. That's what I said. Like it's like, I like coffee, right? I can appreciate black coffee like from an office coffee machine if there's nothing else available. I would prefer like a cappuccino or like a flat white or something, but I will drink a black coffee from the coffee machine, and it will be fine. If I had to settle for the rest of my life with black coffee, that'll be fine. Would I be happier if there was cappuccinos and cafe lattes and flat whites and iced coffees around? Absolutely.
Interesting. I think all coffees are beautiful.
And you like all coffees the same?
Yes.
You have the same enthusiasm for all coffee.
Yes.
Why are we lying?
I don't know. No, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I like black coffee.
It's fine.
No, it's good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. Fine is not a bad thing. Fine is, it does the job.
What is the job?
The job is keeps me alert enough. It tastes okay. It's a nice like social thing to do, like around the office. You go together downstairs and grab a cup of coffee, right?
But I don't treat myself to a black coffee.
No.
This morning I treated myself to a cortado and I put the chocolate sugar sprinkles on top.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little
Okay.
cheap.
I'm just saying, like, I think that the gay agenda, in quotation marks, is a lot of the time an agenda of joy and of liberation, and it doesn't have anything to do with actual sexual attraction. It's just that the people that have fought for the right to love whoever they want and to be with whoever they want have a different viewpoint on what it means to be happy, what it takes to be happy, and what you can allow yourself to be happy. And that's kind of what spreads. It's not about sexuality in that way as much as it is about like breaking away from societal norms that tells you that good enough should be fine.
Well, I guess that's it, because when you put it like that, it's irrefutable.
Mm-hmm.
Like and you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I think what kind of made me a little bit frustrated and irritated when I realized that I was a homosexual is just this like, oh damn, now everybody's gay.
Yeah.
But the way that you put it, it reminds me that exactly as you say, like, yes, and it's so much more than who you lay with.
Mm-hmm.
That is an important and so fun part, but it's the chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah. It is. Rainbow sprinkles, if you will.
So many, hundreds and thousands. Do you hear me?
Yes.
But it is just a reminder that, yeah, this is an active choice of living honestly and openly and loving who you love.
Exactly.
So, to wrap up the episode, I have to ask you the question once again.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mathilde, is everybody just gay now?
Kind of. Everybody's queer, at least, that I know, and I'm happy with it like that.
Well, there you have it. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.